Hi! What's almost as good as finding a great stamp and die set, like the Stampin' Up! Carols of Christmas stamp set and coordinating card front builder thinlits dies to make your Christmas cards? Well, that's being able to use them for cards other than Christmas. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate for you today, my More Than Christmas Carols of Christmas card. Welcome to StampingSmiles.com. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 16 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand-stamped smiles. So we're going to build a lush forest for our More Than Christmas Carols of Christmas card. Here's a closer view of the Carols of Christmas stamp set and the coordinating card front builder thinlits dies. And when you order the two together using the special bundle item number I've listed right here, you'll save 10% on both. Fabulous! 10% savings for Christmas and More Than Christmas cards. And for the card I'm going to demonstrate today, I'm going to use the sponge brayers with the classic Stampin' pads to make a beautiful background. And so I'm going to start with die cutting so I know where my grass stops and my sky starts. I've got my Big Shot die cutting machine, and because I'm going to want the tree to hold in place, I'm going to use the magnetic platform. So this is the start of our sandwich that we need to build up to die cut with that tree. So next we have a cutting pad, and then I have my glossy white cardstock. We're going to be using the glossy white because I'm going to be brayering it for the background, and the glossy white is fantastic for that. Alright, so next we need our die. And I want it to be, right about there, looking good. So the rest of our sandwich is another cutting pad. Boy, new cutting pads don't look like that for long, do they? So nice and clear. All right, so go ahead and crank that through. And so then we're going to have a whole die cut in our paper right where we want it. So we have a little bit more die cutting to do. Let's bring this back. And I want to use this tree again, so I'm going to get that cardstock out of there. There are these little poke out holes using my paper piercing tool. There we go. Just push that right out. And I'm not going to use it on this card, but that might look really good on another project, so we'll save that. All right, so now I have some garden green cardstock, and I'm going to die cut the two trees and then our single one again. So here, let's do this. I'm going to do a bunch at the same time. We've got those, and then I have some So Saffron cardstock because I want the moon from here, so we'll place that on there, and then some soft suede cardstock and the deer. Oh, such a pretty, there we go. So we can die cut all these at one time. Same sandwich, our cutting pad. All right, boy, don't you just love how easy it is to get all of these shapes? Just boom, that quick in a couple seconds using our Big Shot and the dies. Here we go. Cute, cute, cute. So I'm going to just do one more tree, the single tree in Wild Wasabi, and then we will go ahead and start. We're going to do that beautiful background. Now that we have our die cutting done, we can go ahead and do our background. Remember I said I wanted to have the tree die cut into here so I know where the grass stopped and the sky started. All right, so let me get a piece of scrap paper to put underneath us, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the grass. Alright, so I'm going to use Wild Wasabi Classic Stampin' Pad ink. We're going to push, flip, and lock that lid into place. And I'm going to be using the sponge brayers. You get 2 handles and 4 sponges when you order these. Well, I know I use at least 3 colors, so I just went ahead and ordered a second set. They're so inexpensive. So what I'm doing is I'm rolling this on here, not just back and forth, but rolling it on to load up my brush as if you were painting. Okay, so we get that all loaded up, and I'm just going to roll it across here and look on that glossy white. It's just so smooth. Isn't that pretty? I did a video just recently. If you didn't see it, you can click on it to go look at it, comparing brayering on the matte white, the whisper white, compared to the glossy. Look how smooth. It just looks so good. All right, so we're done with this. So let's go ahead and pull in that lip, flip. There we go. And so next, you know, I've been looking at outside as I walk. I walk early of a morning at sunrises and some sunsets, and every once in a while you see some pink in there. I thought, I'm going to throw that in. So I've got pink Pirouette. All right, there we go. Push and flip, right? All right, so this is a light color, so let's go ahead and get our brush full of pink Pirouette. Okay, and we're going to go up to our grass. I'm not going to go over it, I'm going to go up to it. Okay, let's get a little bit more. It's a really light color. Let's put it against the black and see. Oh yeah, we can see the pink. That's plenty of pink. All right, so let's put this away. And then for each one of these, I'm using a different brayer, okay? Because we wouldn't want to go from one color right into an ink pad, with a different color. Not good. So next, some soft sky. I'm going to graduate up. I'm going to end with Marina Mist, but we want the colors to get softer and then deeper. So here we go. Let's load this up again. Okay. Now I'm going to overlap the pink this time because I'm not wanting a lot of pink in my sky. I just want a little sliver of it. Okay. There we go. So the pink and the blue are mixing right there. So we got our definite pink that I wanted. And then we're getting another color because we've got, the pink and blue and then that lighter. Let's add some more. Get it even bluer. There we go. And it just goes on so smooth, so pretty. All right, I think that's good. We're going to stop there. And now for our Marina Mist. Here we go. Push, flip, and lock. All right, let's load this up. And we'll start at the top. We want it darkest at the top. Isn't that pretty? All right, and we're going to come down and lightly go over, so we're getting that graduated color. All right, I want the top deeper, so let's get some more on our sponge brayer. Some more, and here we go. Oh, look at that. Look how deep. And then we've got that variation of color. And so easy. Between the glossy white and the sponge brayers, easy, easy, easy. I'd like that a little bit deeper at the top, so let's load up again. Oh, look at that. Getting deep. Oh, wow. Gorgeous. Just absolutely beautiful and smooth and wow. We're just looking like such pros now, aren't we? Very, very nice. The graduated color, that little bit of pink I was wanting, and then it's just going to get better as we build our green lust forest. So we got that hole in here, and what we're going to do is put this on Wild Wasabi cardstock. Isn't that pretty? So the green is going to show through, and it mats it at the same time. This is just giving us some depth as we add our trees, because okay, we're just going to place these. I'm going to put this here. I don't want them all exactly even, so I want that right about there. Looking good. Very, very nice. And we'll stick one behind it, this one. Okay, so you can see we're building it up. It isn't that pretty, that depth, because we're going to have them on top and die cut in, and then we'll even prop one up. All right, so I'm placing that there because, remember, we have our deer. And what I like about the die cutting is I can turn it, because the deer stamp, one is standing this way, and then I can turn it so it's going the other way. So let's remove this off. Well, I wanted the placement. All right, so I know what we're going to do. We're going to stamp this deer right on here. Oh, I already put mini glue dots on that one. Okay, so I'm going to use soft suede, because that's the color I used for this one. Push, flip, lock. All right, and so we have our grass, so we know we want to stamp him. I'm going to take him all the way to the edge, because he's just going to be peeking out from behind. Oh, looking good. Isn't that fantastic? All right, so let's go ahead and put that away. So we can now go ahead and start putting our trees on. And I'm using mini glue dots because this is a glossy surface, and I just want to make sure everything's going to stick really well for us. So this one I added a couple. So So let's just place. I'm not going to press yet. Let's just place and see what we think. And I'm going to be able to come up to give it some height. There we go. And then on here. So when you use the mini glue dots, you peel them back till you can see them in the light. And you take the paper to them and press the paper on them. When possible, we want to avoid touching them. Because when we touch them, that's going to take away from that extreme stickiness, and that's why we're using them, because they are so nice and extremely sticky. All right, looking good. Let's put this under here just so we have that visual. And look, see how he's peeking out? And this gives us the different heights for the trees. Like that a lot. Whole lot. Oh, I'm happy. Let's go ahead and press these down. Looking very, very good. And this one, because we like dimension, we're going to put we're going to pop this up with Stampin Dimensionals. And so these are just these foam adhesive dots that just adds so much to your project. So let's just take one of those off. Okay, so we're going to put that down here. But then as we get up here, that's pretty narrow, so I could either trim them down, or, I'm just so happy we have these now, use one of the new mini Stampin Dimensionals. They're little baby Stampin Dimensionals. And so a lot smaller and great for these smaller areas. Look at that. Isn't that great? Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm just seeing a little bit of lint on there. All right, so we're going to press down, and that just makes the side pop right up. So we can get these off. Good, good, good. Here we go. And get close to that edge. And like I said, changing the heights. We don't have them all the same. There we go. Oh, doesn't that look fantastic? All right, so we can go ahead and put this down. Now, on the opposite side, it's matte. So we're going to use the Fast Fuse adhesive. Put your finger where those ridges are. Really good, strong adhesive. And about 1 inch in each corner is plenty. There we go. And put this on here. Oh, so sharp. And for our lush green forest, I thought about after I thought, did I say lust? If I did, I sure meant lush. Okay. And remember our moon? We saved that. All right. So now here's when the mini glue dot is wider than that, but I still want to use mini glue dots. So I've got my paper piercing tool, and we're going to take and roll one of these mini glue dots up, make it a lot smaller. Okay, to put on the back of our moon right here. Now, this is where I have to touch it, but I try to do it with my fingernail instead of the fleshy part. Oh, doesn't that look nice up in the sky? There we go. Okay, so here's the thing. I want to use the opposite, have it go the opposite way, so all my deer. But this looks a little bit odd, right? Because we don't have the separation of the legs. Had we stamped it and die cut it, we would be able to see that. So we've got a fix for that. I'm going to turn it over this way, it's easier for me. My paper snips, we're just going to go in here and make a little cut to separate, so we have 2 legs instead of one very, very large one. The paper snips, look at that. Look how easy that was. And paper snips are awesome. You can get in there and do that. Just changed the whole thing, didn't it? With just such an easy little thing. So let's do that again. All right. And one more little snip. There we go. Oh, now we can turn him this way, and he's in front of the tree. That looked great. All right, so again, let's do a mini glue dot. It might be a little bit wider. Let's see. It might be too wide. Might have to roll that up. Oh no, that worked out well. Here we go. And that's another thing. My paper piercing tool is with me all the time. Made that just a little bit smaller. There we go. And put him right here. Oh, looking oh so good. So, so good. And all this will go on garden green. So we have our lush green forest. And so the only thing left to do was to add a greeting, and look at that. I feel that there is nothing more truly artistic than to love people, Van Gogh. And that is from the Just Add Text stamp set. And I just stamped it right on there into our beautiful sky with basic black Archival Stampin' Pad ink. So there we go. We made a More Than Christmas card with the Stampin' Up! Carols of Christmas stamp set and coordinating card front builder Thinlits dies. This is a must-have set. If you'd like to make my More Than Christmas Carols of Christmas card, all the supplies are listed under the video and available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. If you'd like the measurements to my Carols of Christmas card, you'll find a link to the blog post under the video. So you can make Christmas cards and other than Christmas with the Carols of Christmas bundle that you can order now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.